Ginger Snaps, directed by John Fawcett, starring Katharine Isabelle, Emily Perkins, and Mimi Rogers. Two death-obsessed sisters, outcasts in their suburban neighborhood, must deal with the tragic consequences when one of them is bitten by a werewolf. I originally saw Ginger Snaps back in 2003. I was about 18 or 19 years old, and I saw this with my then girlfriend, and I loved it. It immediately became one of my favorite werewolf movies, not only because I love werewolf movies in general, The Howling is my favorite werewolf movie of all time, but it also is really funny. It has a lot of dark humor, and I am a huge fan of Katharine Isabelle. Her line delivery and comedic timing is really great. I also really love that Mimi Rogers is in this film as the mother, because she is the complete polar opposite of her two daughters. It's really fun to watch that interaction. Also, Emily Perkins is wonderful in this film. A lot of her acting comes from the way that she will physically drop her head, make certain facial expressions. This film is not like your typical werewolf movie. It's a coming-of-age story that just so happens to include werewolves. Bridget and Ginger are outcasts not only in their school but also in their neighborhood, and when Ginger gets attacked by a werewolf, she then begins to change. And as she's changing, she's also going through puberty. Ginger and Bridget are also obsessed with death photography, and so this adds that extra level of the macabre to the film, but also some humor. And there's one specific scene that takes place in the family's kitchen that had me rolling laughing. This doesn't have the highest body count, nor does it have a lot of gore. There are gory moments. When there is a kill or a gory moment, it's really well done, especially for such an indie film. I do have a couple of minor nitpicks, specifically around shaky cam. This was something that was used a lot in the early 2000s, especially in horror films and action films. That doesn't take away from my overall enjoyment of this film. With all that said, Ginger Snaps is a film that absolutely belongs in your collection. Between the great performances, a wonderful cast, and an all-around really fun film to watch. It's currently streaming on Prime Video, so definitely check it out.